Oh, hell yeah. Oh, man. Does anybody actually watch this intro?
I don't know, RJ. Good point.
Let's skip it. Welcome to Let's Play Mega Man X here at Trippy Commentaries. Thank you for joining us for this brand new playthrough of an epic game, Mega Man's grand debut on the Super Nintendo. It's a new and improved version that we've seen from the NES games, and now we have a whole new storyline that we have to jump into. I'm RJ. Retro Brett has control of this version of the Blue Bomber.
Yo.
And what kind of improvements do we have here, Retro Brett?
Well, for starters, people will notice that you don't go directly to a boss select screen. In every Mega Man X, you have this intro screen.
Mm-hmm.
They just had to make it a little different from the regular Mega Mans.
Yeah.
There are quite a bit of differences, but they're remarkably similar. So
yeah, and we got to give them props because this intro stage is certainly pretty epic. You feel like you're doing something pretty cool. You're not sure what, other than just killing people and going across a ruined bridge.
Well, it thrusts you directly into the action, whereas the old way, you have to select something first. I mean, as soon as you start out, you're in it.
Mm-hmm. And we did skip that intro screen, which definitely gives some backstory. I know, X was, I guess, isolated in some kind of capsule or something like that for like 30 years. Dr. Light put him away. Now Dr. Kane has brought him back to take on this army of evil robots, or Reploids as they're called in this game. And yeah, same old Mega Man formula here, just I guess improved for the Super Nintendo. Pretty obvious that the graphics are enhanced, the music is a little bit more futuristic, although it still keeps that Mega Man charm, so definitely like that about the soundtrack.
Oh, the Mega Man series is one of my favorite series ever.
Yeah.
And, well, number one, they have a crap load of games. I think between the original series, I'm not going to attempt to do the exact math, but I think between the regular series and the X series and everything else, they have close to 20 games.
Yeah, oh man, it's probably getting close to 100 if you add in all the stupid little spin-off games that they have for the Game Boy and all that. But yeah, man, the Mega Man X series is definitely the three. Well, I think of the Mega Man X series mainly as X1, 2, and 3, because those of course came out for the Super Nintendo. What did they make it up to? I think they're on like X8 or 9 or possibly even 10.
I've only played through up to X6.
Yes.
And they're pretty cool. They're just not the same as the originals. The originals are where it's at.
Yeah.
4, 5, and 6, they're just kind of getting ridiculous. There's so much stuff to find.
What do we have here? Boba Fett?
It looks like him, doesn't it? It's
Purple
someone's
Boba
going to
Fett.
sue somebody.
Yeah. But yeah, it's funny how you just said, oh, you're getting your ass kicked.
Oh, well, I kind of have to because
You must be defeated, of course.
it's the prerequisite.
Oh no, it is hopeless. We are about to die.
Oh, Lord. At the very start of the game, what the hell is that about? Oh, wait, what's that sound?
Who the hell? Who is this?
Looks like Ken. With that blonde hair.
Yeah. Hey, it's Capcom. So this is Zero. Pretty freaking cool character, I have to say. I know this is one of the main ideas that the creator of the game had in mind when creating the original Blue Bomber for the NES, and this is basically his version of Mega Man that he originally had in mind, taking the form of Zero in the Mega Man X games. Pretty cool character, I have to say.
It makes a good change. I kind of like him better than Mega Man. With the little horns up there on his helmet.
Now, I gotta say, just to give you my take, Retro Brett, when I first played this game, because I remember very distinctly when this game came out, and just such a jump it was, like I said, from the first 6 Mega Mans, I thought that was like an enhanced version of Proto Man at first.
I can see how you say that, because it looks like him. He's red.
Mm-hmm. I think that's the main thing.
Maybe that's why I like him so much, because I like blue, but that red is just such a vivid red.
Yeah, plus the long hair stands out. And I think the most important thing in Zero's badassum is his Z-Saber.
Oh,
It's
yes.
pretty damn cool as well.
I love the Z-Saber. In Mega Man X5, you get to play as either Mega Man or Zero through the entire game. And for the most part, whenever I play through that game, I play as Zero because that Z-Saber is badass.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with a lightsaber. It's much more badass than that. But
Yeah.
here we are in
Chill
Chill-
Penguin stage.
the first stage of the game. Really, he's the easiest. Plus, he has the first
First upgrade that we definitely want to get.
first power up that we have to get it before we get any other upgrade.
Yeah, true. And I think it really makes the game even funner, so certainly something you want to get as soon as possible. It's kind of like how Mega Man, when you added that slide maneuver, once you got that, you didn't want to... Yeah, you always wanted to use it. I mean, we still jump back into Mega Man 1 and 2 and all that, but I still love that maneuver. That's why Mega Man 6 is my personal favorite Mega Man, because you do have the charge shot, you have the slide maneuver, and this game introduces the dash maneuver, which lets you jump further, and I think it's a pretty cool addition to the gameplay. What
Very
do you
awesome.
think?
Very awesome.
And we do have to point out that in X2 and X3 and all the other games, you pretty much just start off with it, but this one you have to find it. So we have Dr. Light here make an appearance in the game.
Well, I think that you start out with it because you already got it in the first game.
Yes. Unfortunately, Samus from Super Metroid doesn't know how to do that.
She doesn't know how to keep her stuff.
She loses her powers in every damn game. So Dr. Light is rewarding us with a new move here. It's very convenient that he placed a capsule right in the path.
Right where we couldn't miss it.
Very interesting. So we will not be seeing Dr. Wily in this game. This is pretty much all we'll see of Dr. Light. He gives us power-ups. He can actually award us with the Hadouken if we do a series of events. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There are some clues that Dr. Wily had a lot to do with the Reploids and all that. Of course, he's the main bad guy of Mega Man, so you know they got to shoehorn him in here. But I don't think we hear from him at all in this game.
I believe in one of the X's, they allude to him,
Yeah.
but that's about it.
I have Mega Man, or I'm sorry, what's it called? I think it's Mega Man Zero, I think it's called. For the
Zero Mission?
No, that's Metroid. But no, Mega Man Zero it's called, and that is for the Game Boy. And in that game, obviously, he plays Zero there. And basically that alludes to Dr. Wily as well. They mention him somewhere in that. I'm trying to remember where. I'll have to play through that game to figure it out. What the hell is this thing?
Whatever, I'm kicking ass with it. It's an armored carrier. And directly above me right here...
I have a mech. You're destroyed. What the hell do we have
Not
here?
this one, but this one, there's a heart tank in there. But I can't get it yet because I don't have the proper weapon.
Shiza.
Oh, another thing that I love about these games as opposed to the original Mega Man's is, if you notice, he doesn't have much life at all.
True.
And so, in each stage there is a heart tank.
Mm-hmm.
And each heart tank gives you a little bit more life. So we'll have a lot of life by the time we got all 8 heart tanks.
Yeah. Which is definitely a new mechanic that they added into the game, because we're used to the original Mega Man's. You know, you want to find some E-tanks, you have to find some rush parts and whatnot, but this one really gives you a bunch of other stuff to collect on top of the E-tanks and all that kind of stuff. Chill Penguin, can Retro Brett defeat perhaps the most pathetic boss in Mega Man history? Who is easier, Mega Man or Flashman? Or I'm sorry, Chill Penguin or Flashman?
Well, I would say Chill Penguin, because Flashman has a interesting stage, or an interesting boss room, where it's not level, it's up and down,
Yeah.
so it's hard to traverse, sorry.
Yeah, I know what you mean. He's pathetic. Chill Penguin, also pathetic.
Damn you.
He can be somewhat, like, it could be a longer battle sometimes if he doesn't cooperate and he keeps doing some annoying things and annoying
Such as that.
techniques where you can't hit him. See, right there, you just hit him with a buster shot right in the heart, but for some reason it didn't hurt him. So it's kind of strange how sometimes it does hurt him, sometimes it doesn't.
Well, it doesn't. He's invincible when he goes into that sliding mode.
Yeah. And he is destroyed forever.
Not gonna see him again.
Nah. So, what are we
he blew
rewarded
up.
with?
He blew up.
Yes. He's a robot.
Are rewarded with
It is the
shotgun ice.
Pretty useful attack, I have to say. This game does a good job at making all of the weapons that you acquire pretty useful. And one cool thing that we have to mention, eventually we get a blaster upgrade, and you can charge up every single weapon enhancement, and that's a big deal.
That is another great improvement that they made over the original series. And some of those charge ups are really pretty badass.
Yeah. Personally, I prefer the original Mega Man series to the X series, probably just because there's so many good games, it just outnumbers it. But that said, there are some really cool things and enhancements that were added to this game. And just got to give credit to Capcom. They did a great job.
That is a heart tank for anyone who's never seen one.
Nice. So this is what you'd mentioned in Chill Penguin stage. Really doesn't give you a ton of life, but it adds up quick.
It adds up.
So this is a pretty memorable level. I really don't know what to call it. I don't know what to call it.
Storm Eagle?
Yeah, it's Storm Eagle stage. It looks like maybe you're at some sort of airport or something, but there's it says airport, so I guess that answers the question right there.
Yes, it does.
No wonder why I always thought it was an airport. It says it right there, but the funny thing is there, of course, is no airplanes, so we must be at the hangar area or something.
Well, it's a futuristic airport, so they don't need planes.
Yeah, by then they all have jetpacks. Who needs an airplane?
Which you can find in GTA 5.
No, you cannot.
Oh.
I wish you could.
Is that so?
Perhaps one day we will find it.
It's there. I'm sure it's there.
We certainly are on the hunt for it at Trippy Commentaries. That's one of the main things that we're looking into. Other than this Mega Man X playthrough, we're trying to find the damn jetpack in GTA 5. I'm sure many people watching this probably don't play Grand Theft Auto because they're too busy playing retro games like you. But
they're easy. Retro games are easier, and they're more fun because they remind you of childhood.
See, I think you're wrong about that one. I think they're not always easier. I mean, there's some really easy newer generation games. And you gotta say, the original Mega Man games, those are not easy. And just because you make them look easy, most other people get their ass kicked.
Oh, Mega Man 2, Mega Man 1 and 2 and 4 are
difficult.
Pretty hard.
And you gotta say, this game, Mega Man X, was pretty difficult when you first jumped into it. You know, right now we all know the weaknesses, we know the orders, and we know the patterns that the Mavericks, as they're called.
That looks ominous right there. That big hole right there. What do you think's in there?
I don't know. Could it be a power-up? Interesting. This is going to be a pretty cool power-up. It is going to grant us the ability of Super Mario. Something he could do from the very first game for the Nintendo. Mega Man finally will gain that power. Here's Dr. Light again.
Oh, he says something about headbutt.
Headbutt. And they actually make you do it right off the bat, so you can see exactly what you got, because if it wasn't for that, you probably wouldn't even know, because there's not too many places to actually use this power-up. In fact, the biggest use I can think of it is just getting another power-up.
Yes. In later games, I wouldn't say it comes in handy, it just does more stuff.
Yeah. So you grabbed an E-Tank back there as well, so that's pretty handy.
Yes. Also, another change of this game as regards to the regular series is
What's that?
At least for the first couple Mega Man X's, you get 4 sub-tanks or energy tanks that are refillable instead of one and done.
Yeah.
Where you just get 4 and you refill them as you use them instead of just finding them throughout the game.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Definitely cool, actually. I really like that feature. I think that was a big time upgrade from the original series. And here we have Storm Eagle, another very easy boss. As I was mentioning just a couple minutes ago, you know, this was a pretty hard game when you first jumped into it. And we're making the bosses look pretty easy, but they were hard the first couple times you face them. I think this might be one of the main bosses that I probably defeated on my first attempt, because it's not too hard figuring out what his strategy is. He doesn't really have too many powerful attacks. But these bosses were pretty tough.
I can usually get him while he's diving.
Yeah, that's definitely a good time to get him. And he's pretty much just wasting our time at this point. We all know he will be vanquished by Retro Brett. He stands no chance. He does look kind of cool. I'll give him that. Storm Eagle.
I thought it was kind of cheap because in Mega Man X4 they have a boss called Storm Owl.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Nice. How about the Mega Man X game where all the bosses are named after Guns N' Roses band members? Axl the Red.
Duff McWhalen. Actually, no, I said that wrong. Duff McWhalen. And wasn't Izzy Globe part of...
He's one of the
Guns N'
members.
Roses?
Yeah. So, Storm Eagle. Destroyed forever. That was a pretty cool battle arena, you have to say. You blow up the whole ship there and face him. And we have acquired the Storm Tornado. Now, Storm Eagle is pathetic, but his weapon is very useful.
And I will prove it in... Actually, I'm not going there yet. I'm going to Flame Mammoth.
Alright, let's take on one more boss here in this part of the Mega Man X playthrough. Thank you guys for joining us. Definitely make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. This is the second Mega Man game that we have tackled. We conquered Mega Man 2. Retro Brett is taking on Mega Man X. And this will be a pretty fun one to get into, I have to say. It's my favorite of the X series. Kind of strange that the first one is the best one in my opinion, but pretty epic game. Oh, this is a tougher upgrade to get. Are you going to be able to get it? We might have to get this one off screen.
Yes, let's do that.
Yeah. We'll come back and get that. We'll start the next part with us grabbing that blaster upgrade. Because we do want to get that one as soon as possible, that's for sure.
RJ and I were talking a little bit beforehand, and he was bringing up an interesting point about the levels in this game. What were you saying about that, RJ? That they change?
Yeah, they pretty much change depending on the bosses that you've beaten before entering them. So sometimes levels will be pitch black. Sometimes you'll have certain items, you know, blocking a path and then it just disappears. I know there's one level, I think, with fire, some kind of treacherous ground to land on, and if you kill the right boss beforehand, in fact, I think it's this level, possibly, and if you kill the boss beforehand, it freezes up or makes it so it's not a threat at all. Do you like that feature? I thought that was another addition to the game that was pretty cool.
It is pretty cool, but it's also pretty annoying.
Yeah, it can be annoying, and it's not the most noticeable thing unless you are watching out for it. But nonetheless, it's an interesting addition. Oh, nice E-Tank. To me, it really stands out on that one level with the level that the lights go off and on. I hate that damn level.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying. The part I don't like about it is sometimes there's water in one level. If there's not water in this particular level, Sting Chameleon, you can't get the upgrade. You can't get the Hurt Tank.
Yep.
So that kind of sucks.
Yep. Speaking of things I don't like, I probably should have mentioned it back when they were on the screen, but those miner guys, I hate those bastards.
Fucking laugh at you if you, they hit you.
Oh, nice. The red drip has returned from Mega Man 2. Watch out for the red drip, Retro Brett.
And we have no Tom Pond in this game to blame.
I'm sure he's involved somewhere.
Ah!
Oh, he got you with the ball and chain attack.
I didn't time it up right.
It's okay. No shame.
Everyone
Probably
dies.
better off.
Everyone dies. It's just a matter of when.
Although the good thing about this game is, you know, obviously when you die, you start off right there at the boss. So you were right there close. That would have been nice if you made it.
Very
now
close.
you must deal with the red drip all over again.
Damn it.
Ah, ball and chain to the face. There you go. I think you almost had a little technique. You just shoot him in the pinky toe and he goes down. Repeatedly.
Alright, come on.
Oh, nice. Oh, you can use that maneuver as well. The tornado thing rapes him pretty good.
Tornado one pretty much rapes everyone.
Yeah. Do you think it's the best weapon in this game? Tornado attack?
There's some pretty cool ones.
I like the tornado when you charge it up. We'll definitely show that off, but it does pretty good. And here we go, Retro Brett versus the Flame Mammoth. I think you will lose this battle here the first time because your life is really low. Hopefully you have some lives left. I think you have to have at least 1, 2. Okay, we're good.
I think you're wrong, though.
Can you defeat him? This would be very impressive. I will say that I can definitely defeat this robot. With some practice, I can defeat this Maverick, not Robot Master. But I can defeat him without getting hit. So we'll see if Retro Brett can pull this off. Granted, I haven't played this game in quite a long time, so probably not do too well nowadays. Oh, he almost got you with his big ear.
Big.
Watch out.
Oh!
Wow, that was close.
It didn't work out quite as well as I had hoped.
Watch out. You are down to your final block of energy. Watch out. You are very close. He is taunting you. Watch out for the sludge. And dead.
Sweet.
Well done, Retro
One
Brett.
sliver of life. I always thought they were pieces of rice. They kind of look like it.
That was a close battle, and we have prevailed. So we will move on in the Mega Man X playthrough. We have to get that upgrade that we passed by in this episode, so we'll definitely start off the next part with that. So we will be even stronger. We now have the Fire Wave, which is a freaking
Awesome.
flamethrower.
Pretty much.
Hell yes. Stay tuned. We'll see you guys in the next part.
See ya.